Hey guys, welcome to our Sunday call. We're literally gonna rock and roll. Hey Karina, how you doing, girl? Good to see you. Uh, Good to see you again, Janet. Um, so we'll get straight into it, guys. So tonight we're gonna cover a couple of things on our call. One is going to go, I want to do a little bit of a walkthrough through Club Seacret because I get a lot of people that say, hey, I haven't used my platform. They don't understand how many benefits there are. And then the second part of it is I want to talk a little bit about prospecting. Because a lot of people sometimes tell me that they do a lot of presentations and they don't get the right results. And one thing that I've realized, and I've always taught people, is that if you qualify your prospects effectively, you should be getting a lot more yeses. A lot of people are showing people that they're definitely not open right now for whatever reason. And a lot of people are showing people that I personally would not even show. And I'll explain to you guys what that means. But what I'll do is I'll split it into two parts. We shouldn't be more than half an hour. I'm going to try to keep it brief because I do understand that it's also Easter Sunday for a lot of people. So I want to say congratulations to you guys for being on the call because I know Easter Sunday for a lot of people usually away for the long weekends. So let's get straight into it. Firstly, I'm going to take you through Club Seacret. Now, the best way to get to Club Seacret, and I'm sure you guys know these, but one thing that I've learned is common sense is not commonly practiced, and it's always good to explain all the basics. The best way to get to it is go to clubseacret.com. So go to clubseacret.com and you're going to see here it's going to have feel your best, look your best, and experience your best. Now, obviously, feel your best and look your best, it's self-explanatory. Look your best is our skincare, but it's also got the merchandise underneath here as well. So if you want to get some of the merchandise, this is the place to get it. Feel your best is our nutrition, but it also includes telemedicine. So telemedicine we've introduced literally is just a $5 once-off fee. I think it's like €4 something for telemedicine. And then once you pay that $5 once-off fee, then it's the rest is included as part of your membership. You see under Feel Your Best, it's also put the savings there, but I'm going to access these from Experience Your Best. Okay. Now, we have two booking platforms. We got the member deals, the benefit hub. It's also something separate to the member deal. So we also have our own booking platform. Me personally, guys, I use both. I literally hop between our platform and the member deals to see what's got the best deals. But let's go to member deals first. So member deals, as you can see here, this is where you can also create a package. So you can literally click on travel, hotels, rent-a-cars, flights, or package and save. And when you click on package and save, what you can do is that you can literally add your hotel, your flight, and your car rental into one package and have one transaction that includes all of them. By including several things to your package, you're also going to save more money, right? So that's useful to know. So, if let's say now, again, I always tell people we don't do budget flights. We don't do your Wizz, your Ryanair. So I always tell people that. But if you're going to take a long distance flight, like you're going to go to the US, if you're going to use a major carrier, Qantas, British Airways, Qatar, Emirates, then use this platform in order to get your flights. If you're going to go do a local flight, like for me, I go to Budapest quite a lot. from Paphos to Budapest, it's a direct flight with Ryanair. So it makes it easy for me to book a direct flight with Ryanair. Otherwise, I would have to do a stopover in Athens. So this is in terms of your, if you want to create a package. Theme parks and attractions. Okay, we're going to click on see more. This is really cool. Even Disneyland in Paris, you can find it on here. You see here, this is all the US states, the US cities. But if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you click on view all. Okay. And you can see that literally, hang on. Oh, sorry, my Wi-Fi's been interesting. Literally, depending on where you're going, you can choose where you get the best deals. Like here's tickets from $40, tickets in San Diego from 41, discounts 15%, exclusive member savings for Legoland in New York and California. But this is all US based, right?
Budapestig el tudunk menni, meg nem tudom, meddig tart ez a folyamat.
Guys, make sure you're muted. Hang on. Everybody's muted now. Okay. Hotels, rental cars, ski resorts. If you're into ski, just click on view all and you're going to be able to see other options as well. Even your ski accessories. So if you want to buy your ski outfits, you can also get it from that. If you're into skiing. Now, here, you see here, it says view all international cities. London's got some crazy deals, guys. So if you're planning a trip to London, Italy's got a lot of options. You see this here? This is some savings on activities and other things in different cities around the world, including a lot in Europe. We have Italy, France, Germany, Sweden has deals in Stockholm. So here's what I recommend with these ones. If you get a small group of your friends or get a small group of your team members and just book a couple of things through your platform and go in and have a staycation or an experience locally. You don't have to travel in order to experience our platform. The more you show your team how, okay, Sparky, the more you show your team how to use this on a daily basis, the more value they're going to get and the more they're going to realize what they're paying for. They're getting so much value back that it's just a no-brainer. But unless you go in and you experience some of these, then you're not going to be able to have the stories to share with your team. Like, for example, what I booked from our platform, which I'll go to our platform shortly, was the condo that I had in Las Vegas for 7 nights. Literally, what I would have paid for a 3-star hotel for 1 night, I had 7 nights in my own private apartment at a Wyndham resort with a jacuzzi, a lounge room, kitchen, gigantic bedroom. And the friends that I went to Las Vegas with couldn't believe that I paid $300 for a week, right? Okay. And I found it accidentally, by the way. I didn't realize we had it. I just literally went onto our platform and started checking things out because I couldn't justify paying $300 a night for a 3-star hotel. I'm like, I'm not going to be in the hotel. So I went and had a look. But under shows and events, we got some tickets for Cirque du Soleil for the team. When we went there to Las Vegas, instead of basically paying $100 for the show, they paid $80 for the show. And it was basically through shows and events. The other thing is as well, is that under the preferred access, there's so many events and concerts and Broadway shows that you can actually call in and get them, tell them like a concert that you want to go And even though the platform might be able to organize for you, like from Orlando, where it was basically this guy that was looking, his friend was looking for U2 tickets, and he called, he couldn't even pronounce, like he was mispronouncing the name of Club Secret. But he called customer service, he spoke to them, asked them about U2, and was able to save a bunch of money for his friend for going to U2 and getting some great tickets. So this is through member deals. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Club Secret, and we're going to click on hotels because this is our online booking platform. So we're getting away from member deals now. So see where it says resorts, the hotels, flights, car rentals is self-explanatory, guys, okay? But let's go to resorts for a second, which is what I used in order to book Las Vegas. It says, where do you want to go? Let's say we want to go to Europe. We can click here and it will show you all the different options under Europe. So Andorra, Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria, Canary Islands. You see these? Greece and Cyprus. Ooh, Greece and Cyprus. Italy, Malta, Norway, Poland. Let's go to Spain. Okay. Preferred check-in. Let's say we're going to look in May, right? May 1st. Give us a 30-day window if you're a little bit flexible. And let's say you're going to be 4 adults, right? This is going to search a bunch of resorts right now, okay? Now you see this here, right? Look at this. This is, now, I also look at the reviews, by the way. This one's 2.9 and 2.3 out of 5. I personally wouldn't book anything under 4, but I had people that are like, you know what? I don't care. I want something cheap and cheerful. Me, I prefer to have something a little bit more quality. So it depends what you're looking for. But look at this one here. This is 4.2. It's 56% discount. Malaga, Spain. Normally $950. It's $419 for a week. 1 week. Select room. Shows you pictures of the place, right? Look at this. This is for 4 people, $420. It's 1 bedroom, which means that it's got a sofa bed as well. Maximum occupancy 4 people, 2 bathrooms, full kitchen, $420 US for the week. That's like what, $50 a night for 4 people, right? Let's go back. Let's see some more. Okay. Spain. Well, we put Spain as the option. Look at this one. This is 3 nights, $389, but you see the reviews is 4.4. It's a McDonald's resort. McDonald's great quality resorts. This one here, $300 for a week, right? So there's so many options. This is, we just literally put Spain. Now you can also filter based on the lowest price, highest price, the ratings. You can also click on the map. You can filter whether you see no all-inclusive, whether you want a short stay, so less than a week, or a whole week, right? This is under resorts. Okay, so lots of options there. You've also got activities and you've also got experiences. let's look at the escapes for a second. Okay. Now, we are looking at an escape in Thailand in January, guys. We're working on it with Gabor, so stay tuned for that one. We're going to let you know about that. But my goodness, this is in Mexico. I know for some of you like Mexico's far, but I also believe if you're going to do a bucket list destination, go to something that Seacret does a lot of events at, and that way you know you're going to get crazy value, right? The Marival, the big chill is happening May 30th to June 3rd, right? If you want to make a difference in people's lives, Guatemala Bottle School, where you go and actually build a school. I didn't realize we had Escape Your Way in Madrid. If I had known that, we probably would have done that for Madrid, which is great. Escape Your Way in Athens, right? Barcelona, southern Italy. You see, there's so many options. Istanbul, Athens, Mykonos, land and sea package. By the way, we're planning to add another 100 escapes in the next 90 days. 100 minimum. The goal is by the end of the year is to have hundreds to choose from. So literally anywhere and everywhere, you'll be able to choose. And some of them you can book for like as little as 3 or 4 rooms. Some of them even 2 rooms. Look at this one in, my goodness, this is in the Philippines. Holy moly. $400 US. This is really cool. We're going to the Philippines end of the year. Look at how beautiful that is in Philippines. Like, geez, 3 nights accommodation, 4-star hotel, 3 breakfast, 2 lunches, island tour, airport transfers, reef and Rex tour. What? This is crazy. And then you see the itinerary there as well. And then it tells you, depending on how many people you're taking, what the price per person is. So 20 to 24 people is like what? 10 rooms, right? $400 per person. It's nothing. This is crazy. But this is the thing, guys. Like, I've got a friend of mine that's celebrating her birthday in Vietnam in August. And I just literally, I told her that we have an escape. And she was spewing because she had already pre-planned and booked the villa and everything. And then she realized all the hassle, all the work that she had done, she could have just basically chosen an escape and it would have been done for her. It's amazing. So this is in terms of also our platform. Now, if we go back to Club Seacret, I want to show you one more thing as well, which is under Experience Your Best, which is Benefit Hub. Okay, now Benefit Hub is not available in all countries. Italy is one of the places that it's available at, though. And that's one of the things that we're going to have everywhere at some point. It's going to take us a little bit more time. This is different discounts that you can get for all types of things. EE. Wow. Every time I come here, by the way, guys, I see something completely different. Like I'm with EE, right? And you get 20% off your monthly bill. It is ridiculous, right? You want to get a free eye test, you gym, like you see this in the UK, and this is also in a bunch of other countries as well. Odeon tickets up to 40% discount on your cinema tickets, right? If you want to buy a new iPad, a MacBook, right? These are all things that you want to basically, I set this to the UK, so it's giving me all the options for the UK, but you can also change the country. That's why it's in pounds. You see this? I can go and change my profile. It's under the UK right now. And I can change my profile to see, you see how you got Italy, Ireland, Luxembourg, Philippines, Poland, Spain. Depending on where you're going, I would actually change the country based on any of these countries and see the options in those areas before you're traveling. It's just making your money go further. This is also great when you're building a team as well in other countries. So if you're building a team in the UK, right? Show them these. Show them is like, hey, go to the cinemas, you're saving with Club Secret. If you're on EE, your mobile phone bill, you're saving on Club Secret. Buying new laptop, still saving. So many different things. If you've enabled people to save a few £100, right, just by it through the benefit hub, then they go on a trip, then they go on a getaway. They're going to be like, I saved a few $1,000s by being a member of the club. It's a no-brainer. I'm never going to get rid of it, right? So play around with it, get to know it, because this is the only way to basically show people the value. When people say to me, I don't know the value of Club Secret, is because they haven't spent time to looking at the platform, understand all the discounts as well we get on the products, pay the $5 and get your telemedicine, experience telemedicine as well. And also bear in mind that if you don't have Club Secret, you're also not getting your points with every single dollar that you're spending on the shop. Now, I don't know anywhere else where literally you get discounts, you buy your skincare, you buy your nutrition, you enjoy the perks, and you're getting back points that you're able to later on buy more products with it. I bought so many products with all the points that I had from Club Secret so far. So does this make sense, guys? Is there any questions on this before I move over to prospecting? Let me know if there's any questions on this before I move to prospecting. I'm going to take that as a no, so I'm going to move straight to prospecting. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about prospecting here. So, are there going to be an escape or something in June so I can visit my cousin Dracula? So, yes, there will be an escape, guys. I was really, really hoping the escape would be ready to announce tonight, but we're just waiting to kind of sign the contract. As soon as we sign the contract, being Easter weekend for some people, it did delay it. I believe that Tuesday, Wednesday, we should be able to finalize the contract, and then the escape will go live. Okay. And I think I shared there will be an escape that will start from the Wednesday until the Monday, and will include a bunch of different activities. But we will also have a hotel deal for the Friday, Saturday, Sunday of the event, staying at the same venue where the Freedom Academy is going to take place, and it's going to include Fun Friday, right? So that's going to get released over the next few days. Additionally, if you're in Sweden and you have not booked, I think we're literally going to close it off. If you haven't booked your Super Saturday ticket for the 20th of April, this is the first time I'm going to be training in Sweden, by the way. Okay, I haven't trained in Sweden since Seacret. So I'm really excited about that. There's some really cool things happening in the background, and I know what's going to happen in the market, but it comes down to you. It's it needs to be minimum 30 people booked by tomorrow. I think this we're getting close to it, Janet. Right?
We are a few missing people. Until
we need a few more people to step up.
Yes, step up a lot. I have been sitting here going through my back office, and I have text 54 people at the presentation and I got 8 answers right away.
Wow.
And I know there's a woman right here. I think she will wake up. I don't say your name, but anyway, at midnight, buy the tickets. You have in our Facebook groups. You who like to join to Sweden. You have all information there, and the cost and everything. And don't see it as a cost. See it as an investment, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, look, firstly, I think, what their trainings that we charge, guys, we charge such a low price for the trainings. Why? Because we want to impact as many people as possible. It is that simple. Okay. We want to keep it affordable for everybody, but that doesn't mean it should take away from the value of the training. Literally, I just went and did a training in Orlando. And I had so many people send me messages after the training in Orlando saying to me, when are you coming back to the US? I wish these people had seen you. And then I went to Dallas and I did a presentation over there. And then I had a bunch of people saying to me, when are you going to come to do a regional in the US? Like, and it's not because I'm anything special, it's purely because I've been doing this for 15 years. And I understand what the market needs in order for the market to grow. But one thing that I always say to the team is that I can only do so much. It's gonna be teamwork, right? As leaders, we show the way, you gotta go the way. If we show the way and you don't follow the way, nothing's gonna change, right? So, Janet knows we're not even in the same team. I have zero benefit to go to Sweden. I don't care. I care about making Seacret a household name. I care about the more people we elevate, the more we elevate the name of Seacret, the more people that we're going to impact, the more new stories that we're going to create. That's what I care about. There's nothing that I would love more than to see a bunch of people at Freedom Academy walking the stage in the next few months. And I know that's going to happen anyway because there's a lot of crazy stories being built in the background. Today's the last day of the month, right? Now, there are some people that are like, oh, yes, the last day of the month, new month tomorrow, things like that. There are some people right now that have been working like crazy the last few days and not even sleeping to finish this month strong. There are some stories that are being built right now in certain countries, which you're going to hear about, where some people walk the stage as 25, literally in March, and now they're getting this close to hitting 50-50. Think about that. Almost doubling the size of their team. Same opportunity, same company. Some people understand what they got their hands on and they're driving it like crazy. And some people are just waiting for things to happen. Don't let that be you. Don't fall into that category of just, okay, hopefully this trading happens. Be the person like Janet is, who's taking the bull by the horns and going out and messaging a bunch of people, speaking to a bunch of people to make it happen. Now, I know that we're running a little bit out of time, guys. So I want to go into prospecting. And here's one thing that I want to share before I get into prospecting. One thing that my mentor always used to say to me, sometimes it's just as important to get the wrong people off the bus as it is to get the right people on the bus. There are some people, what do I mean by that? There are some people that are going to be energy suckers. And if you get them into your team, they have the type of energy that will take energy away from the team. What do I mean by that? If you think of some people, like look at some people that you might have in your life that whenever you're excited and you call them, you lose your energy just by talking to them. They're always complaining. They're always finding problems to every solutions. They're borderline pessimistic. There's some people popping to mind when you think about that, right? If you got people like that in your life, I always ask them the question, this is part of prospecting. Prospecting is qualifying the prospect to determine whether you're going to show them or not show them. Now, sometimes I show them for the sake of showing them because maybe they've fallen into the pessimistic state or negative state purely because they've had so many things happen in their life and they need to change environments. You're a product of your environment. If you're around 9 negative people, you become number 10, right? If you're around 9 positive people, you become number 10 positive person. So you are who you spend time with. So sometimes people are negative because they've literally been around the wrong people, and they need to get around the right environment to see what they have inside them, whether that person's going to rise. So sometimes we gotta, open the door to see if they're ready to walk in to change their life, right? But there are some people that you open the door, they come into the business, and they will take and suck the energy from you and from your team. I'm going to give you an example. So I was at the shopping mall the other day, and I ran into someone that used to be in my team, oh my God, 7 years ago in another business. And I ran into them. They were working in a sports shop. I hadn't seen him in ages. And this is a guy that would normally be very clean cut, smartly dressed. But what I saw this time is that he had grown a really wild beard. And normally this guy would always have a smile on his face. This time he had, he was happy to see me, but he seemed to have aged a lot. And we'll call him Chris for the sake of it. His name is not Chris, but I'm not going to call him by his real name. He goes, Frosina, it's so good to see you. He's like, you haven't changed a bit. And I love it when people tell me that, because I'm like, thank you. In my head, I'm thinking, yeah, it's because of Seacret, like, but I'm not going to turn around and be that person that vomits on someone straight away. Yeah, I haven't changed a bit because I'm using the best quality skincare. What have I done with that? I've literally turned them off by doing that. Okay. So I'm like, hey, thank you. How are you? How have you been? And he's like, well, life's been pretty shitty and I'm working in the shop, but what are you going to do? That first statement for me was already a little alarm bell. And I'm like, what do you mean life's been shitty, man? Life is pretty awesome. It's what we make of it, And I said, what's new and exciting in your life? By the way, listen to my questions. What's new and exciting in your life? Now, the reason I asked that question is because if I said, what's new in your life? And he's already feeling negative, what's he going to do? He's going to dump more negativity on my plate. If he's already negative and I open the doorway, I've given him permission to dump his negativity on my plate. I'm not interested in that. One thing that I've learned is you got to protect your energy at all cost. Okay? At all cost, you got to protect your energy. So I said, what's new and exciting in your life? And he's like, nothing's exciting in my life. My life is boring. He's like, what are you up to? And I said, oh, I'm working on a couple of projects, just making a difference and enjoying life, and smiled, right? I left it at that, okay? He's like, well, my version of a dream life is to go get a log cabin in the middle of nowhere. I'm done with people. That was literally his response. Now, let me ask you something. Would you prospect that person? Who would still get their telephone number and go, we should sit down for a coffee. I've got something to show you. Tell me yes or no. Okay, just say yes to or no to my question. Who would still sit down and show this guy a presentation? So Lydia says no, Andrea says no, yeah. Gabor says no. Yeah. Yeah, that was my answer too, guys. I literally said, hey, Chris, good to see you. I gotta run. Hope to catch you again soon. Very polite, but swiftly moved away to conserve my energy. Okay? That in my head, there's nothing good that would have come out from that. I need to protect my energy, right? Now, when I said, when I basically was responding and I was all positive, if he had changed his state and he said, man, I miss the good old days, or something that gave me a little gleam of hope that he wanted to change, then I would have sat down with him. Sometimes, there's going to be two categories of people, guys, and you're going to see this sometimes when you show people the presentation. There's going to be the why people and the why not. The why people are the ones that are looking for ways for this business to work for them. They're the ones that are like, when they see the presentation, they go, hey, so if I get 10 people around to my house, can you come over and present? They're looking for ways to make this work. The why not people, they're looking for all the possible ways that this business could go wrong. For example, they're the ones that sometimes you might have shown the presentation to, and they'll say things like to you, like, well, what happens if the company closes? What happens if I take the supplements and I get a bad reaction? What happens if I use the skincare and I get an allergic reaction? And they're giving you all these things that could go wrong. Those people, their mindset is always focused on the wrong things. And here's one thing I'm going to tell you. Like attracts like, right? If you have someone like that in your life, chances are they have other people in their circle like that. So usually when they're giving me this kind of obstacles, again, I am super polite about it, by the way. I'll go, hey, look, of course, there's no guarantees. I mean, let's face it, the pandemic came out of nowhere, and giant companies from 1 minute to the next, airlines couldn't take off, cruise ships couldn't leave the docks. Shit can happen. Here's one thing that I've learned. If I focus on what could go wrong, I'm going to miss the opportunity. But it's all good. Thank you for taking a look. Okay, we'll stay in touch. And I close off the presentation. I don't try to convince them. I don't try to twist their arm. I just want to get out of there as soon as possible. Now, you can understand some of this stuff when you start prospecting people at the beginning by asking them some questions. So let's say, for example, I sat down with Margarita and I'm about to, before I show her a presentation, before we even set an appointment, I'll be like, hey, Margarita, how's life going for you? And she says to me, yeah, life's all right. I'm working, I'm very, very busy in my shop. She's working in retail. I'm working a lot of hours right now. Now, if I listen to people long enough, people will always tell you their pain. If you listen to people long enough, people will always tell you their pain. What we do is the remedy to people's pain. What we do is the solution to whatever challenge people are facing in their life. Let's face it, if they're suffering from lack of time, can we help them? Of course. If they're suffering from lack of finances, can we help them? Yes. If they want to upgrade their health, can we help them? Yes. If they want to have more fun in their life, can we help them? Yes. If they want to plug into a community of like-minded people, can we help them? Yes. Our opportunity is multidimensional. There's something in it for everybody, but we gotta ask the right questions in order to figure out what part of our lifestyle club is most appropriate to them. And that is something that you'll use as part of your prospecting by getting to know them first. I think a great analogy that my mentor showed me ages ago is almost like the doctor when you go in and they're asking you their symptoms. So Margarita's just been telling me that retail's been really, really busy. She hasn't had any time. Here's a couple of questions I like to ask people to figure out what their pain is as well. what they love about what they do. What they love about what they do. Okay. Maybe Margarita tells me, hey, I love the fact that, I get to see people every day. Every day is different, so I don't get bored. Okay. Now I'm getting to more of what she loves. And also it gives me an insight to her personality as well. She's a people person. She loves being around people, right? Now, one of the things that I also ask people, because I don't like using negative words, especially if I'm prospecting, instead of saying, what don't you like about what you do? I say, if there's something you could change about what you do, what would it be? And maybe she says to me, hey, look, the hours. I am there every Saturday. I work till 7, 8 o'clock at night. I leave the house at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm working 12 hours a day. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm making a note of it. She doesn't like the hours. She loves to work with people. She loves variety. Is there something else that you would change about what you do? And then maybe she tells me, well, the money's okay, but, I feel like unless I open my shop, I've got no income. So if something happens, if there's, public holidays or, school holidays, whatever, I can't spend time with my son because I'm always so busy working in the shop. So lack of flexibility, it's something that it's in there. Would it be fair to say that if someone says that as well, the fact that we have a residual income opportunity, which means whether you open your shop or not, once you build a team, you start getting paid consistently every month. That would give you freedom. That's a big bonus, isn't it? Right? Are you guys with me so far? Yes? Okay. So by identifying these guys, right? What am I doing? I'm qualifying whether Margarita is ready to see a presentation right now. And sometimes I may ask the question, just go, Margarita, what if there was a way to change it? So what if there was a way that you could work with people, every day is different and unique, and it gives you variety. And at the same time, what if you could choose your own hours? So you can work around your family, you can spend more time with your family, and at the same time, be able to earn an income that didn't rely just on you opening your shop. Would that be something that would be of benefit to you? Would that be something that would be of interest to you? Now, listen to my questions, by the way, guys. I'm not saying, Margarita, I have something perfect for you. You can make residual income and you don't even have to open your shop and you can work it around your kids. What am I doing right now? I'm selling if I do that. I am pushing. I'm being, pushy in it. If you're pushing this way, what's the natural reaction someone's going to do? Move back. What I'm doing instead is I'm fishing. I'm throwing a little bait to Margarita and I'm seeing whether she catches the bait. Because there's power in the words, what if? I'm not telling her there is. I'm not telling her, oh my God, this is amazing, you need to see it. I'm going, what if there was a way? And I'm putting the positive things that she liked and also the negative things she didn't like as part of it. What if there was a way for you to do something, be with people every day, have variety, and at the same time choose your own hours? So I'm taking the pain away as well. Would that be something of interest? What's Margarita going to say? Of course it would. Now listen to the next part. I'm not making any promises, Margarita, but I'm working with some really high key people. And we're working on a project, and I think this might be a really good fit for what you're looking for. But again, there's no guarantees. Why don't we set a time we can sit down and talk business and I can show you what we're working on? Do you see how, guys, this is something that is like I'm constantly throwing a little bait, right? And then seeing whether she comes closer to the bait. right? I'm not trying to pull the fish into the boat. I'm just throwing a little bait and seeing if she comes closer to the bait. Now, if Margarita says yes, yes, definitely, I'll be like, great, cool, we'll set up a time. I've prospected, I've qualified, and now she's ready to see the presentation. More importantly, now she feels what she's going to see is what she's looking for. Do you see the difference? Okay. This is going a little bit deeper, apart from saying, hey, I've got something to show you, right? Hey, I've got something to show you is really good for warm and hot market. But once you've shown you really warm and hot market where you've exhausted it, use this approach in order to go a little bit deeper. It's almost like giving them some information, but not giving them all the information. Is this making sense? Okay. Is there any questions? Or you guys got it? Yes and yes. Bomba. Okay. So use this, guys. Use this to qualify people before you set an appointment. Okay. It's if someone says to me, now here's the other thing. If someone says to me after I said, what if that was a way, da 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 da, fill in the gap. And then they go, oh, I don't know. Is it one of those things? And they're like being all skeptical and all sketchy. Okay. Sometimes I literally take it away. Honestly, I literally take it away sometimes. I just go, hey, look, it sounds like this might not be the best time for you. When you're more open, we can have a separate conversation. So, how's the kids? And I change the subject. Okay. I want to show people I don't need them. I have an opportunity that I believe everybody needs and wants, but sometimes they're not ready to see it, and that's cool. I'm moving on to the next one. Cool? So, guys, that's it for today. I know we went a little bit over, but I hope you got some value from it. I've also recorded it as well, so I'm going to post it on YouTube like we always do. Have an amazing week. We will also, oh, by the way, if you're in Hungary, just to let you know, the link for this will go live in the next 48 hours. Melanie is looking at coming to Hungary to do a training on the 4th of May. We're going to release a special offer. I will let your leaders know. Okay. Again, the same thing applies. We're going to get 30 people booked over the next 7 days to confirm. We're preparing for the regionals, guys. The regionals, we need to have 75 to 100 people in a room for the regionals to happen. My goal is after Freedom Academy to be able to launch regionals in multiple countries around Europe. But in order to make this happen, this is why we're doing this mini tour right now. So we're counting on you. The more people you put into the Super Saturdays, the more impact that we can make, the more people we can take to Freedom Academy, the bigger the momentum that we're going to create all through the summer. And I believe coming into the fall, like, you know, this month's March, April, May are some of the biggest of the year in network marketing, right? And the September, October, November. What we do now sets us up for what happens in the fall and how we finish off the year. So make it count. We're going to see a lot more people being recognized over the next few weeks. I'm telling you, have an amazing week. Remember, we still have a few more hours left of the month. Go into your back office, see who's inactive, see whose monthly has bounced, give them a call, get them activated so you can finish the month strong. Have an awesome week, guys.